Good evening, class. My name is Tanya Hawkins, and I want to take this moment to share a bit about who I am, the experience that have shaped me, and how they've influenced my perceptions, my communication, and my journey towards healing and personal growth. As I look back on my life, I've come to realize how much my past have shaped me into the responsible person that I am today. I've been through trials that have tested my resilience, and through these experiences, I've learned to balance my emotions, take responsibility for my actions, and find strength in my vulnerabilities. Responsibility for me is more than just fulfilling duties, it's about understanding the weight of decisions, especially when they impact others. One of my greatest responsibilities is being a mother. And through this lens, I've learned to come and understand the significance of timing. You see, I've faced many challenges that many don't know about miscarriages, emotional trauma, divorce, health struggles, experience, experiences that I've kept hidden for years. But this is a part of who I am, and it has influenced how I communicate with others. It's often through communication that we connect, we share our burdens, and begin the process of healing. I've learned that while I've been through difficult times, my experiences don't define me, they only add depth to who I am. For years, I struggled with self doubt and fear. Fear of what others would think if they knew the struggles I faced behind closed doors. I felt alone and I thought I was failing as a mother, failing as a partner. Failing as a person of faith. But like many of us, I held these things inside, pretending everything was okay. I thought I could handle it. But over time, I realized that silence only made it harder to carry the weight. It wasn't until my health became a serious concern that I reached my breaking point. The uncertainties were surrounding my medical tests pushed me to take massive action. I couldn't live with the fear of what might happen, so I decided to focus on healing, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually as well. I reached out for help. I sought therapy. I began working on my mental health. I started paying attention to my body. I changed my diet and I made sure to exercise. I even learned how to set boundaries and to say no when necessary and to prioritize myself. These changes were not easy, but they were necessary. In many ways, I had to reinvent how I communicated with myself. I had to stop the negative self talk and learn to embrace the power of grace and compassion. Through therapy, I learned more about my emotional triggers and I began to process feelings that I had ignored for so long. That healing began to influence my relationships as well. I became better at communicating with my loved ones, whether it was with my daughter, my friends, or my family. I began to understand that by opening up and being vulnerable, that I with could connect with others on a deeper level. These days, I value every moment with my daughter as she could very well be the last child I carry to term. Life is precious, and I've learned not to take it for granted. In the past, I struggled to share my pain. Now I realize that sharing my story, whether it's about loss or healing or growth, can help someone else feel less alone. Healing is found in revelation, and I share my journey not only to heal myself, but to inspire others to focus on their physical health and mental well being. When it comes to body language and perceptions, I've come to realize how much they influence how we relate to others. Our body language tells a story even before we say a word. A smile, a gesture, or a stance can communicate confidence, warmth, or even insecurity. For me, it's taken time to unmask the defenses I've built up, those sarcastic remarks and tough exteriors that I once thought were protecting me from feeling vulnerable. I've learned that the way I present myself affects how I connect with others and it influences how I perceive the world. As for hobbies and social activities, I've learned to focus on what brings me joy, whether it's spending time with my daughter, engaging in meaningful activities like meditation, or simply being present with those I love. I now prioritize what nourishes my soul. These activities allow me to recharge and communicate more authentically with others. In closing, my journey has taught me that we're all at different phases of life and we all carry our own stories. How we communicate through our words, our body language, our actions, they shape our perceptions of ourselves and others. My experience have taught me the importance of self awareness, responsibility, and the power of communication. They've made me the person I am today, and I am proud of that person. I'm grateful for the growth and the healing I've experienced, and I'm committed to continuing this journey, knowing that God's timing is always right. Thank you.